See, Donald Trump ordered bombs to be dropped in Iran today. On a school, over 80 children were murdered between the ages of 11 and 12. They were dead. Your no new wars white supremacist grand wizard did that. Pro-life, yeah. Just months ago, allegedly, he obliterated, in his words, the entire nuclear program because he's an alpha male. Yeah, America first, freedom, bald eagles, and all that stupid shit. And just 3 months later, once again, they're a week away from a nuclear program. How in the hell do you rebuild an entire nuclear program in 3 months? You can't, because y'all are stupid. And this is the same thing you did with George Bush. When you went to Iraq and the best man at my wedding was serving for a full year over there over a goddamn lie. Why is it that Republicans keep wanting to go to war? It's very simple, and it's why we're here. This is not about Iran or Israel. This is about the white man needing to be an alpha male. We want strength. Yeah, we're going to beat everybody up. We're going to kidnap presidents from South America. We're going to bomb boats and murder people, even though they're just fishermen. Yeah, we're tough. We're going to own the libs. We're tough and masculine. We're going to beat officers and murder and destroy officers' lives on January 6th because we don't like an election because we're alpha males. You see a trend? But that's what this is about. This country was founded on this bullshit lie of white supremacist toxic masculinity. We told black people what to do. We told Asians what to do. We told women what to do. Now we're telling people that are transgenders what to do, people that are gay who they can love. The Native Americans, where they can live, and they can have the honor of kissing the white man's ass. Ooh, what an honor. You can have this little bit of land, but we're going to murder everybody else. That's what this is about. This is imperialism. Greenland, same thing, right? Well, you're going to give us your land or else we're going to come take it. Canada, you're going to be the first to 51st state or we're going to take it. That's all this is. What are we going to have that conversation and like really have it? Because that's all this is about. 77 million people voted for a rapist and a man who defends child molesters over the most qualified candidate because she was a fucking black woman. That's why we're here. And for all of you bros, like for Joe Rogan, fuck off. You did. You voted for this. You saw the cruelty, you saw the misogyny, the racism, the white supremacy. You knew he was a felon. You knew he disrespected women, calls them fat and piggy. You saw him insult disabled people. You saw January 6th. But you wanted to be a mediocre white man with a micro penis. And be a tough guy. And people, and I use Joe Rogan because he is the exemplary of mediocre white man, of mediocrity, right? He's a bumbling idiot. Have you heard him talk? My cat that licks his ass is smarter than Joe Rogan. Hey bro, hey, try this stuff for your brain, bro. You get 20% off because I'm Joe Rogan, because stupid white men watch me. Yeah, man. Look at my neon sign, bro, and my cut sleeves and my cigars, bro. Yeah. And you got mad because your fragile little white ego didn't like that the black woman told you to F off and she didn't want to come on your shitty podcast and kiss your ass. So you went with the racist, white supremacist, rapist white man. Pretty sick, isn't it, Joe Rogan? But that's who you were. Because he is the example, because so many mediocre white men follow him. And a lot of those bros on the left, that barstool jackass that walks around yelling and screaming about the men's hockey team, let me educate you a little bit, dumbass. Because women have been treated like crap. Because mediocre white men like you didn't believe E. Jean Carroll that Trump raped her, or the 25 women, or the women on Epstein Island he's currently protecting, but not a damn thing from you. Women couldn't vote till the early 1900s, but you don't talk about that. Women still get paid less. Women are treated differently, but you don't talk about that. because you're part of the misogynistic pigs in this country. You're why we're here as a country. It's this desire for the white people to have the perception of strength. And at the same time, we have our European allies, NATO, that's denouncing what we're doing. Literally, our NATO allies are going to be against us. They're going to have to defend us if we decide to invade Greenland, because the white man wants to rule everything like we've always done. Until we have that conversation, what's happening in Iran is going to happen all around the world over the next 3 years. It's going to happen again and again and again and again. And what's going to happen is that all these stupid racist white people with 3 teeth that are white trash are going to rejoice in masculinity while the economy goes down the toilet. Because I'm going to tell you how this is going to end. When Benito Mussolini was the fascist ruler, he ran on populism right after the World War. Times were tough. Money was tough. Because the entire world just funded a war, right? And he pushed fascist ideology. You know what changed people? When he decided to be an alpha male and go into Lithuania and other countries and start wars and murder people, and he ignored the economy. People lived off of $1,000, 1,000 calories a day. They had to buy food on the black market, and housing was unaffordable. They murdered him, drug his ass to the square, and they hung him for 3 days, and they stoned him along with his mistress. That's the reason that Adolf Hitler burned his body, because he didn't want to be humiliated like Benito Mussolini. So this mediocre white man, small penis energy, once people can't pay their bills, once the economy goes in the crapper, once AI takes their jobs, then people are going to care. And this whole toxic masculinity ain't going to be nothing if they can't afford to live. Y'all asked for it. Because since 1619, white people have put their heads up their asses and say, doesn't affect me. I don't care. I deserve to be at the top of the chain just because I was born a certain color. And that is disgusting and it is vile. Have a white day.